So a little bit about my background. Following my education in university and working for a public policy advocacy organization as the executive director, I had the privilege of working for two members of parliament as a senior legislative advisor. And from that experience, I gained a good operational understanding of public policy and government processes. I've also been a businessman. I've invested in several ventures and I've run companies. But my passion in life is helping people. When I was able to transition and assist as a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, it's been my privilege to help over 100 families in South Asia, India, and many citizens of Pakistan, India, the Gulf, residing in the United Arab Emirates to find their way to temporary and permanent residency. In Canada, generally speaking, the pathway to citizenship first starts with living and working in Canada. So we've had some experience and we've had very successful programs that we've assisted families with, both on the provincial and the federal level. Our alignment today to join forces with my friend Philip Millar is strategic, and it's also designed for our common cause, which is to address fraud, to tackle bullies and misrepresentation, to help those of you who perhaps have been considering coming to Canada but have been led down the wrong path or have been cheated. Together, our two practices are able to help you navigate the processes, to have information that is legitimate, accurate, and will help you make the very important decisions that your family may be considering for resettlement outside of Canada.
You know, that explanation by itself gives clear evidence as to why I love working with Sean. Right? He is a man who cares. He's a man whose actions speak louder than his words. He's helped so many people in Canada and overseas. And one of the most important things for me when I enter into a working relationship is trust. And I have to have trust in the people I work with, and I have 100% trust in Sean McKinsley. And that's not something that I lightly say. By way of background, as I was introduced, my name is Philip Millar. I've been a lawyer for decades, but it's not my first career. I started off at the age of 14 with a landscaping company that became very successful, and I sold it before I went to university because my dad lost his business, and so I sold it to help them keep the family business. I then went to university and found myself called in the direction of the military, where I served the Canadian Forces for 12 years. And I was lucky enough or fortunate enough to get into some units that were pretty high tempo. I was in charge of the Canadian Snipers. I deployed on multiple overseas operations, got a master's in culture and conflict resolution, and unfortunately lost my eyesight while I was in the military, and the military sent me to law school. And what I wanted to do when I became a lawyer, after my career aspirations were kind of destroyed to be a general, was still fight the good fight, still help people, and use whatever skills I had to help them. And I was a prosecutor for a while, and that experience prosecuting frauds just got me really angry at how people can be taken advantage of by people who want to make money off of others. So I used a lot of my military experience, the honor that I learned in the military, the concept of service before self, to build a law practice that just grew nationally because people could trust me, and it became a passion of mine to fight for the underdog, to take down bullies, and to defend people. So it's a privilege for me to be working with somebody like Sean, who had his boots on the ground helping people years ago, and now I will do everything I can to help families who want to come to Canada. I've always been passionate about new immigrants. My parents were immigrants. I think they're fundamental to the success of Canada, and I will do everything I can to protect the families of people who want to come here.
And I might add that Philip is a Canadian hero. He has a passion he has served the country through the military in a very distinguished way. His passion for assisting people is omnipresent. He has distinguished himself. He is a man of integrity. And the one message that I would like to convey is that putting your faith in Millar's Lawyers is, I would suggest, a very good decision, because you will have the confidence of being represented by a firm whose culture is embodied by its founder, which is on integrity, ethics, honor, and doing the right thing.